to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Rachel,
And I'm Katrina.
And boy, do we have so much to talk about today. For some reason, I thought I, almost said I'm Rachel and I'm Katrina.
Rachel is both me and herself.
Hashtag conspiracy theory. Someone get Shane Dawson out here.
I mean, someone in the Discord did say that they only see me on Discord when you're on Discord, so.
And that's the tea, sis.
We're the same person.
Exactly.
Except I'm sick and Rachel isn't. How does that
work? I
work?
was sick last time.
I mean, well, not last time, but.
I was still getting over it last time. I kind of want to watch some Marvel movies. Because my sister... I was on the phone with my sister, or on FaceTime with my sister, before we started this call, which is why we're starting this call almost an hour late.
I didn't realize how late it was. Oh, wow.
Well, good news. No school tomorrow.
True. So we can record as late as we want to.
Let's not get crazy, because I still have to edit and post before midnight.
12-hour live stream.
No! What was I talking about? Oh, my sister and brother-in-law are watching all the Marvel movies in the order they happened.
Hey, I need to do that.
No, you need to watch them in release order.
Okay.
You watch them in release order first, and then you can watch them in time order.
Okay. Except
but it just made me very in the mood to watch Iron Man again.
It makes me in the mood to watch Iron Man for the first time. Rachel's disappointed in me. Are you?
I'm gonna have to delete that.
Okay, I'm
gonna have to delete it. It was an Endgame spoiler.
I know. I've seen Endgame, ma'am.
I know, but not all of our listeners have.
I know, but you were explaining it to me like it was an Endgame spoiler, and I'm like, I saw the movie because he kind of forced me to, but it's fine.
Okay, forced makes it sound like I kidnapped you and made you sit at the movies. And you're acting like that would have been a bad thing?
As long as I get popcorn, I'm fine, honestly.
Understandable.
And I did get popcorn,
so when
and I cried, also.
Into your popcorn? Because that's a little gross.
No, I cried into... What did I cry into? My cheeks? I don't know.
Well, I had, my fuzzy pink blanket that Sky always tries to steal from me. Sky is, Sky_the_pirate SKYE on Instagram. I promise I'll start posting more in the summer. But she always tries to steal that from me, but I knew the theater would be really cold, so I brought it, and I cried into that. Just fully sobbed.
Mm-hmm. I just didn't have anything, because I wasn't prepared. Well, I heard one spoiler, and then I was like, okay. Great. So I was sort of prepared, but I also wasn't, because that was the scene that still made me cry the most, so... You there?
I'm here, I'm just sleepy.
Well, then maybe we shouldn't have recorded so late, ma'am.
Well...
I love you.
I was talking to...
Wow.
No, I was talking to my sister.
I know, but you didn't...
I already... Yes, I did, didn't I?
Maybe you said it in your mind, but you didn't say it out loud. Wow.
So, Katrina, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is campfires, because I've had a lot of campfires in my life recently, because yesterday... I was with a bunch of friends, because we were at my friend's birthday party, and so we were really cold, and so we were like, hey, can we get out the fire pit? And so her dad set up the fire pit, and that was really fun. And then the day before that, I was having a sleepover with another group of friends, and we were gonna have a bonfire where we burned our most like hated works, our most hated like worksheets during the year, and we were hyping it up, and we were like, wow, we're gonna like burn it and it's gonna be awesome. And then we realized we didn't know how to start a bonfire. So it was still fun because we roasted marshmallows and my friend roasted a hot dog, aka burnt a hot dog, and then complained about how it tastes burnt. But
that's what happens when you burn things.
Yeah. So I've had a lot of the campfire life recently, and I'm living for it because it's summer for me, and you are almost there, and I believe in you.
I still have a week. Mommy.
Also, Rachel.
Yes. Your gnome!
I saw you hold yours up, and I was like, wow.
We both have little gnomes. I got mine for Easter one year. I call him my Easter gnome.
I got one from my, well, she's not biologically my aunt, but it's my mom's best friend that she's known since elementary school. She had one that she took to all the places she traveled to, because she travels a lot, and I was like, I want that, even though I hadn't traveled at all at that point in my life, and so I was like, I want a travel gnome. And then I got one and I painted it, and that's why it's not very good, but you know.
Mine's like ceramic.
Yeah,
like
mine's
glass. What is my dog barking at? She's in her kennel.
Job life isn't going super great. And then you
Oh
came
no,
in,
you didn't
so.
get the job?
I haven't heard back because I was supposed to hear by Tuesday. And then I called on Thursday, and they were like, okay, what's your name, and we'll get back to you, and then they never have. So, and then Cold Stone never responded to me, and AMC, they called me, but, said they're not hiring right now, but if I'm still interested in a couple weeks, they might be interested. So, that means I need to apply to more places.
Have you called Cold Stone since you submitted the application?
Yeah, because the application, this website was being all weird because it didn't act like it submitted. It was just like, it just like reset the page, and it didn't say anything about a plot of like sending it. And so I called them, and I got the voicemail box, and I left a voicemail, and they never got back to me, so.
You should probably call them again.
Yeah, probably. But they're probably closed. So.
At this very moment, yeah. But hey, you never asked me what my favorite thing was.
Because we got distracted.
Fair enough. We do that a lot.
What? Us? Get distracted? I'm shocked. Anyways.
I'm not. Even
what is your favorite thing this week?
Well, okay, so I was at Target yesterday with my mom. We spent like 3 hours just kind of roaming around doing random things, like weird errands, and then we went to IHOP, and it was wild. But I got her to buy me one of the giant things of animal crackers in the tubs that's like shaped like a teddy bear, you know?
Yes.
So I have that. It's delicious, but then also I've been playing a large, like I re-downloaded Candy Crush, and since it was synced with like my Facebook, it kept me where I was, so I've been playing that, and it's so much fun, and I'm obsessed with it, and I couldn't decide between the two, so I picked both Candy Crush and Animal Crackers.
Animal Crush or Candy Crackers?
Is that what I said?
No. I was just...
Oh, okay, I was like... Freudian slip, I guess. Right? Isn't that a thing?
Oh, what now?
Freudian slip. It's
I have
where
no
you, like,
clue
say
what that is, so...
Oh, okay, well...
It might be a thing and I'm just a small child that has no concept of what's going on in the world, but you know.
I love you so much.
I love you too. You actually said it back this time. Thanks.
I said it first. What's your favorite song this week?
My
That's
favorite song this week is Somebody That I Used to Know by Goatee featuring Kimbra. And
somebody that I used to know. Somebody
it's a
that
good
I
song.
used to know. It's not a terrible song.
Good song.
It's a good song.
Good song.
Good choice, Katrina.
Thanks. What's your favorite song?
It is Hit the Lights by Selena Gomez, because I couldn't think of a song, so I was scrolling through my random songs that I've searched up, and that was on there, and I was like, yeah, sure, that works.
It's a bop.
It's a bop. Good talk, good talk.
Good talk.
So what should we talk about next?
I don't know, you choose.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, actually, yes, let's talk about that. Apparently, Tyler Carlin said the line is, if he hollers, let him go?
Eeny, meeny, meeny. What?
He said it was, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go, not make him pay. But then what would the next line be?
Yeah, it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day.
$50 every day.
Told me to
pick the very best one, and you are not it.
Mm-hmm. And then, if you're me and you want to be extra, then you keep going with the rhyme with quotation marks around it, because it's not really a rhyme. But I was not satisfied with how long the rhyme was, because I was like, I just wasn't satisfied, so I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, make him pay $50 every day. My mom told me to pick the very best one, and you are not it. But my mom does not get to choose. I get to choose, so I will choose right about now. Because I was that extra of a child.
I love you.
I love you too.
That was really extra.
I know.
That's such like an edgy teen. My mom does not get to choose. I get to choose. It's my decision. She can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, I was. See, I figured out that there were like patterns, and so if you like started on something that you like, if you and your brother were having like an argument and you were like, okay, we're just gonna use eeny, meeny, miny, mo to figure it out, and then you counted out the times, then you would just pick the one that you would get out, that you wanted to get out, and then it would work. And so I was like, you know what, I'm not for that. I'm just gonna add a bunch of random words at the end so that he doesn't win. Also, this is completely hypothetical and is not at all related to anything that has happened in my true life. Wow.
Really? If I ask your brother, will he say the same thing?
Good question.
Or is he just gonna lie to get you in trouble?
That's what little brothers do. He's gonna listen to this and be like,
your parents are gonna give you that look that they give you when they listen to this and you're in the room.
Well, I'm never in the room because I don't want to be in the room, so I move up to the room and listen to music really loud so that I can't hear what they're saying about it.
That's hilarious.
Also, I appreciate all listener feedback.
Except your own parents.
I'm not saying that. I just, when they're listening to it, and then I can see their faces and they're like, you guys can't hear my facial expressions. I forgot. This is an audio-only podcast. What were we talking about? How we appreciate all listener feedback? Except for when it's live right in front of us with weird eye things.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't really have anything else to say about that.
Other than you're a cheater at eeny meeny.
I'm not a cheater, I just didn't like that other people could cheat. And so I changed it. I'm the most extra child.
I'd agree with that.
Am I still? Debatable.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not debatable to Rachel because she said yes, but you know. I'd say it's debatable. I'm not as extra as I used to be. We can say that, though.
So anyway,
You're
what is
questioning
trending?
me. Wow.
What's trending on YouTube right now?
I didn't see a lot that I thought we could talk about. There were 2 videos that I was like, hey, we could maybe talk about this, and so those are the 2 things that I put on the list because I couldn't find anything else. But, the first thing that's trending on YouTube is a video of a former FBI agent talking about body language and, like, common misconceptions that people have about it, and, like, how you can't really control your body language. Like, you can try to control it, but you're still giving off a vibe based on the things that you don't realize that you're doing. And so I thought it was interesting because he was talking about how a lot of people think that folding arms is like a defensive, like I'm angry at you or whatever, but it's sort of a self-soothing thing, because if you're anxious or whatever, then you're gonna try and comfort yourself, and it's kind of like a self-hug. And so it's not necessarily you being defensive, it's just you comforting yourself in the way that you can with the limited resources you have, and I thought that was interesting. That
is very interesting.
Yeah, he was also saying that a lot of people say that if you're looking in different directions, like if you're looking up and to the right or whatever, I don't know if you're lying or telling the truth, because that's where the right brain is. So you're using your imagination, which means you're not basing it off of facts or whatever. But he said that isn't a good indicator of what they're doing. It's just how they're extracting the information or whatever. I don't really
Yeah, that's super interesting.
So, are there any, like, body language things that you know that you do a lot, or things that people pointed out to you that you didn't know that you did, or?
When I'm nervous, will, like, rub my hands. So, like, I'll either, like, rub the back of my hand like that, or I'll, like, I fidget with my hands. And I'm a very anxious person, and I also am a very, easy to distract person. I don't know the word I'm looking for.
Easily distractible?
Easily distracted.
That too.
But it's like, I like to have something to, like, I'll fidget with my hands, I mess with my hair. What about you?
I don't feel like I fidget a lot, but it comes out a lot when I'm public speaking, aka, like, presentations in classrooms or whatever. I don't know if it's just that, that's when it's pointed out to me because it's 4th grade and they're like, hey, try not to fidget so much, or if it's just that I'm more nervous then. But see, I'm tapping my fingers even now, like, on the side of my chair. So, I don't fidget a lot. I have a friend that fidgets a lot more than I do. I don't think she has ADD, but she definitely has, like, something like that. I don't know. But she would tap her pencil a lot, like, twist her fingers, and, like, whenever she got nervous, she would be like, yeah. But I don't necessarily do that. I just play with my hair a lot. I cross my arms. I change where my arms are placed a lot. I shift my feet a lot. if I'm wearing, like, a jacket with, like, strings on it, I'll, like, play with those.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And then, like, yeah, mostly that. And I'll run my hand, like, if I'll have one hand on, like, my elbow, and I'll, like, rub it up and down my arm.
Oh, yeah, I do that a lot, too.
Yeah.
We're basically the same person.
We already covered that. But
oh, yeah.
That's just all that this episode is about, I guess. Which is really funny because, did we talk about the Danny and Drew tour yet?
No.
We don't have to go into depth about it, but the guy that did the road work ahead Vine.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about this.
Oh, we did talk about it? Okay.
Yeah.
But the name of their tour is We're Not the Same Person, because Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez get confused as the same people a lot of times, and they're like, well, the only way that we can prove that we're not the same person is if we go on tour and people can show the world that we are not the same person. And so
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that all that's trending on... what's it called? YouTube?
That is not all that's trending. There's one more. Well, that's not all that's trending because there's like 40 things trending, but one of the things that I saw on the trending list and I've been seeing a lot is the letting the person in front of you decide what you eat, like in a drive-thru.
Interesting.
So the video that was trending was a react of it, but it wasn't a react, it was like more of a challenge because you had to guess the generation that ordered the food. And I like
things all generational.
Yeah.
All things generational.
That's kind of why we have this podcast, but...
That is true!
Yeah, so they had them go to McDonald's and Taco Bell. And there was a teen, a college kid, a adult, and an elder. And they had... the people that were reacting had to guess which meal was which generation.
That's awesome.
Based on, like, a lot of people were making assumptions because somebody got unsweet tea. And so they were like, that must be an older person. And then, like, somebody got Diet Coke and they were like, oh, that must be an older person. And so it was interesting to see what people assumed, based on what we know about the generations.
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess they weren't correct on all of them.
They definitely were not. But,
ooh.
Yeah, I know that somebody guessed that one of the the one that the college kid bought, a lot of people thought that the teen bought, because it was, I don't know if, do you pay attention to React, or do you know who the reactors are at all?
Not as much attention as I probably should.
Okay, but, for those of you that may, it was Eric, the college kid, that, he went to McDonald's and he got, like, 2 cheeseburgers and, an apple pie, and, like, I don't remember what the drink was, but everybody was like, oh, that's a teen for sure, because they're like, I have a metabolism, I can eat whatever I want.
Everyone has a metabolism.
Everyone has a metabolism, but, like, teens have a...
Higher.
Okay, I was like, I don't want to say the wrong one. They
You've got me.
They have a higher metabolism, so they can eat more junk, and so they were like, that's just the teen being like, oh, I can eat whatever I want, and then it was a college kid, and they were like, Okay.
That's awesome. What about Twitter? What about Twitter? That was the most vague I could have made it. What is trending on Twitter?
There are a few moments that I saw. A lot of them had to do with new movie releases and, trailers, and so I didn't really want to talk about that. But,
So we don't talk about trailers!
We do not talk about trailers. But there was this one that the moment is called Some People Tell Lies Better Than Others, but I thought it was kind of like people talking about the weirdest lies that people have told. Like, one of them was, I told everyone in 7th grade Miley Cyrus was my cousin, and a lot of people actually believed me.
My brother told his preschool teacher that he was an only child, or no, that he was adopted from Texas, even though that preschool teacher also had my sister and remembers my mom being pregnant with my brother.
Yep. I remember one of my friends and I, like, in 2nd grade, we were convinced that we had this, like, secret language and that we could understand what the other person was saying. And we convinced a lot of our 2nd grade class. We were like, oh yeah, we have this secret language and we're the only people that can speak it. So, like...
What was your secret language?
I don't know, it was just saying random gibberish, like... I don't even remember what it was. I know it was just a lot of...
Gibberish?
Oh, it was a lot of gibberish. Like, it wasn't just saying random words, it was just making a lot of random sounds and connecting them together. And then, like, making facial expressions at each other, and we were like, oh yeah, we know what we're saying.
Totally. Yeah, I believe you. No. I think everyone's done that one, though.
Yeah. There was this kid that went to my middle school. He kept telling, like, different things to different classes, and so he was like, he told our history class that he had been out of the state, so not out of the state, out of the country, so that he was from the UK, and so he had to, like, immigrate over. And then he told another class, or he told his friends on the bus that he had never traveled outside the country. And we're like, so...
But...
Where's the lie?
Where's the truth?
Where's the truth? Probably nowhere.
Yeah.
I can't think of a lot of weird lies that I've told.
I don't lie!
Except
Trina, we
you
should have
just
been
did.
worse kids. We should have been worse kids.
I'm not sure if we should have, but it would have been more exciting for us to talk about on this podcast.
We'd have so many crazy stories that
Yeah.
we just don't have.
Because
Shame
we're
on us.
Sheltered children.
I mean, our parents are probably happy about it, but...
Yeah, they're like, my child isn't problematic. I'm like, yeah. The only problematic that I am is emotionally.
I love you.
I love you too.
Alright, so the next thing trending... Nope.
Yes,
Yeah.
the next thing trending.
Next thing trending is generational biased survey about cooking.
Yeah, there was this survey that people took, like, they had different generations take it. They had baby boomers, Generation X, and millennials take this survey, and then somebody dived into it on Twitter, because, they quote tweeted it, and the thing that they quote tweeted was, millennials might be the worst generation of cooks. 40% of them don't know what a butter knife is. And so, this girl was like, so, basically what the survey was having them do was, like, look at pictures, and it said, when shown a picture of a butter knife, only 63% of millennials knew what it was. And then, on the Twitter moment, it has a graph of, like, how many baby boomers knew what it was, and how many Generation Xers, and how many, millennials. And then the thing in the middle does not look like a butter knife. Like, it looks vaguely like a butter knife, but not really. And so she was like, well, first of all. And then somebody was like, I'm trying to find it, but somebody was like, why does knowing what a butter knife is, like, have to do with your cooking ability? Like,
you gotta know!
But, yeah, I thought it was interesting that...
That's also a really wild butter knife.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, it has
that looks more like a cheese knife.
Yeah. But if they're saying that it's a butter knife, and then they show a picture of a cheese knife and saying that they don't know that it's a butter knife, and I think they were just trying to, like, give millennials crap about, like, what they...
People want to give millennials crap about everything. You know what? It is our turn to take over giving people crap. It is Gen Z's time to take the crap. But you know who gives out the crap? The generation before. You know who's not going to give us crap? Millennials.
Because they know what it feels like to be given crap. So, like...
Yeah, and we're in the age now where it's okay to speak out against wrong.
So, like...
We might be in the clear! Although apparently we killed Facebook.
I mean, we did.
That was already on its way out.
I mean, true. But we're the generation that kind of, like... When we were born, Facebook was this huge thing, and then since we grew into Facebook and it's not as popular anymore because other social medias exist, we somehow killed it.
We found better social media.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say better. I mean, Twitter's better.
Yeah.
But, like, Instagram and Snapchat... Like, they're good for communicating with people, but also... Yeah.
Anyway.
Should we talk about our listener questions?
Sure. What?
Okay, one second. I need to fill up my water bottle. One of the two of my water bottles, because both of them are empty. And I am sick and need to stay hydrated.
So, our first listener... Hold up, I got a burp. I may or may not leave that in. Our first listener question is from @Dragonlance447, and they ask, do you have any questions for us? I do. What is the first thing you do on a Monday morning after you get out of bed? What is your favorite, your third favorite color, and what is your second favorite flavor of ice cream? Katrina, do you have any questions for our listeners?
What is your second favorite snack food?
Ooh.
And what is your least favorite flower?
Ooh.
But that's my questions for our listeners. Should I ask the next question?
I think you should.
Our next question is from @SuperZanQ. Hi, brother. And he asks, what color of pink is blue?
Where does he get these questions?
His mind.
I'm scared now.
You should be.
So, what color of pink is blue?
I guess.
Yellow.
I'd say 17.
Ooh, Yeah, I definitely see that because the way the light hits it.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Our third question comes from at Charlotte52, and she asks, favorite book series, par Harry Potter, and can I just say this is one of the most British questions ever, because it's favorite spelt with a U, and it says par Harry Potter, which I'm assuming means, like, except
Besides Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because we talk about Harry Potter a lot on this podcast.
We do? What house are you in?
I'm a Hufflepuff. What about you, Rachel?
I'm a Slytherin and you hate me.
No, I don't. I love all the houses. What's your answer to the question, Rachel?
I really like the testing series, the selection series, the Hunger Games. What about you?
I agree with those. I'd say Percy Jackson. Wow, I can't talk. Land of Stories and Lunar Chronicles.
Yeah. I think that answers that one.
Yeah.
I want to live in London so badly.
Me-hoo.
It's like my dream vacation. You know this.
I'm well aware. Also, sorry that I sounded like I said me who, because I'm eating mac and cheese because my mom brought me some.
Did she bring me some?
You can have some if you want to.
Ankle. Alright, and what's our question from Emily Hoffman this week?
Emily Hoffman asks, it's another picture from Will You Press the Button, that generation. The generator, wow. I don't know what that word was, but it wasn't English. You get the ability to pause time and move back in time at will, but peanuts now taste slightly more like walnuts.
I don't normally eat peanuts, so sure.
I mean, me either. Does that mean that peanut butter tastes more like walnut butter?
Sure.
I don't know what walnut butter would taste like, but I also don't eat a lot of peanut butter in the first place, so.
Fair enough. Hey, Katrina!
Yes, Rachel?
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a Buzzfeed quiz!
Yes, it can.
Yes, that's my favorite segment on this podcast!
This BuzzFeed quiz was actually suggested by my father.
Hi, Teach.
Hi. And per usual, it is not loading, so do you want to tell everybody what the BuzzFeed quiz is?
Sure, so our BuzzFeed... Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is... Okay, but do you really belong with Chris Evans or not? Let's see if you're a good match for the only single Chris. I want to be a match for Chris Evans.
Who doesn't, honestly?
So,
such a gentleman.
True! So our first question is...
Hey, I don't have it loaded yet.
Oh,
that was a beautiful noise.
Thank you.
That was disappointing. I was getting mac and cheese on my fork and it all fell off.
Oh no!
My life is so hard.
Uh-huh. Kim, people are dying.
Okay, it's loaded now.
Alright, so the first question this week is... Choose your favorite Disney song. Part of Your World, A Whole New World, Let It Go, or Beauty and the Beast.
I picked mine.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
Which one are you not doing?
2. Let It Go. It picked A Whole New World.
That's what I picked too.
Hey! What's the next question?
First off, we're just gonna talk about the new Aladdin movie. It came out and everybody's talking about how Naomi Scott is so great, and she is, but everybody's acting like this is her debut film, but she was in Lemonade Mouth, excuse you?
So I take it you've seen the new Aladdin.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, that shocks me.
I'm seeing it this week, I think. But
that makes sense.
Everybody's talking about how Naomi Scott hasn't been in any good movies, but she was in Lemonade Mouth, and her song, She's So Gone, is a bop, and it slaps, and I will not stand for it being disrespected. Okay, that's my PSA.
Okay.
Okay. Our next question is choose a snack. Hot Cheetos, Bugles, Doritos, or Terra chips.
Bugles.
Oh, what are Terra chips?
I don't know. That's why I picked Bugles.
I'm gonna look at Terra chips and see if I know what they are. When you eat Bugles, do you, like, bite off the end and then, like, pretend to blow into them?
No, I put them on my fingers like claws.
I mean, okay. Yeah, they're, like, some sort of, organic chip.
Ew.
Real vegetable chips. That's their motto. So I went with Doritos.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it depends on the Dorito, honestly. There are some good flavors, and then there are others where you're just like, is that necessary?
So the next question is, choose a pet, cat or dog. Obviously, I'm picking dog. No offense to my cat, but I'm actually allergic to cats.
No offense to my cat, but I'm actually allergic to cats.
Yeah, okay, so I had to go get an allergy test because I was having, like, this weird reaction, and we didn't know what it was. And so they ran, like, the standard allergy test, and they were like, well, you're not allergic to any foods. The only thing you're allergic to in the environment is, like, cats. Are you ever around cats? And I was like, I have a cat. My cat hates me. And she was like, do you ever get bit by your cat? And I was like, pretty frequently. And she was like, when you get bitten by your cat, bited? By your cat, does it ever, like, kind of puff up a lot? Like, more than other people's cuts seem to? And I was like, yeah. And it kind of itches, and then it stays for a really long time. And she's like, yeah, that's an allergic reaction, honey. So, I'm allergic to cats.
Yep. I went with dog, too, because I like cats, but I also don't get to interact with them a lot.
My cat's annoying and she knows that, so...
I mean, yeah.
Cats are terrible, but also kind of amazing. I don't know. I like both pets, but I just like dogs more. Especially Sky, because she's my little soulmate.
Yeah.
What's the next question?
Our next question is, how do you feel about dancing? Love it or hate it?
Like, what type of dancing?
I don't know. Because I'm not very good at dancing. But, like, I can bop along to a song. I can do the cha-cha slide. On roller skates, also. I won a competition for, doing the cha-cha slide on roller skates at a roller rink and got an icy. So,
ooh.
You could say I'm a phenomenal roller skate dancer.
Could you?
Except I was, like, 7 at the time and was holding on to the side of the rink, and so they were probably taking pity on me but at least I went out and did it. And I won, so not trying to brag, but also I'm a pro roller skater, basically.
So anyway, I'm gonna pick, hate it. I'd rather sit at home and watch a movie than dance. I used to be in dance, and then I realized I suck, and I was like, okay, we're done.
What type of dance?
I did hip-hop, ballet, tap, lyrical, I think that was it. I think that's everything.
Solid.
Yeah, what about you?
The only dancing I really did, I went to one ballet class when I was, 5. And then never went again. And then last year, or freshman year, since I'm a junior now, freshman year, I took a dance and fitness class, and so we had to learn also all types of dances, like line dances, ballet, hip hop.
Oh, everyone's had to do that.
Yeah. And then back in elementary school, we had to do line dancing and square dancing as part of our music class, so that's about all my experience.
Alright, so the next question. Do I read the next question? Do you read the next question?
You read the next question.
The next question is, what is your best quality? Compassion, independence, loyalty, or honesty? Yours is compassion.
Okay. Do you need help picking yours?
Okay, so I'm gonna say one, and then tell me if you agree or not. I want to say mine is honesty.
Yeah.
Because I will be brutally honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it if you ask my opinion on something, but I'm not, like, mean about it.
Mm-hmm. See, I was gonna ask if you needed my help, and then if you did need my help, I would rule out independence. And so I was trying to choose between loyalty and honesty, because you're pretty loyal to the people that like you and you like them. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But honesty is a big thing too.
What's the next question?
Next question is, choose a city to live in. Boston, New York, Seattle, New Orleans, Los Angeles,
Did you
or
say
Chicago.
New Orleans? Please tell me you said that ironically.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sad that there's not
New
London.
Orleans.
Yeah. I'm sad that there's not an option of, like, London. Because we all know I would pick that.
Yeah.
New York.
Also, Chicago isn't a city.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah, what do you think Chicago is?
Oh. Hold on. I was like, I always get those two mixed up, except when I know that it's Illinois. And I was like, Chicago's a state!
Oh, honey.
I went with Los Angeles. Okay, your turn to ask the last question, Rachel.
Chicago isn't a city! Last question is, do you want kids? Yes or probably not? Where's the maybe, I don't know, I'm 16 option?
I picked yes, because at some point.
I would hope you don't want kids, like, right now.
No.
I also picked yes. What'd you get?
I got you're meant to be. I hear
Me
wedding
too!
bells. You and Chris are a match made in heaven. Do you think they just put that for all of them so that everybody's really happy and they're like, we're gonna get married? Let's see if all the comments are you're meant to be. Oh, there's a few people that you got not a match.
Aww.
But we both did, so.
Yeah, because we're meant to be.
I mean, not us two, but, you know, we are meant to be as best friends. Should we wrap up this episode?
I suppose, since it's 9:51 and I still need to edit at some point, I'll probably edit half of it tonight and half of it in the morning, and it'll go up around 1 when I wake up.
That sounds like a plan.
Alright, anything else you need to add this week?
Don't think so.
Alright. This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Katrina.
And that's been Rachel.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles!